So if you guys look back on my previous videos, you noticed that I used a cap instead of a fedora. I realized that wearing a cap was an absolute mistake, and from now on I will be wearing this instead for the indefinite future. Anyways, today we're going to be watching 26 questions Asians have for white people.
Why do you think every Asian person is Chinese? That's like me saying to like a white person, hey, you're English.
I am English.
Ha 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 ha. Literally no white people ever in my life have ever assumed I was Chinese. It's funny because the only people who have ever assumed I was Chinese from a first glance was other Asian people.
Why do you think a film or TV show is diverse just because there are 1 or 2 black people in it?
Ask Hollywood, I don't fucking know.
Why are the awkward nerd characters the only roles available for Asians in film?
What? No. Have you seen Simu Liu?
We do a lot of other stuff too.
We do a lot of other stuff too. Proceeds to not list them at all. Come on. It should be super easy listing off things Asians can do in film. Apart from being nerds. Let's see. They can solve math. Wait, I just realized that's part of the nerd. They can solve calculus. They can do chemistry.
Why are all of you talking about our penises?
I think that's not a question of white people. I think that's more so a question of white women. Or just women in general. But when they're thinking about dating prospects for Asian men, you know in the back of their head they are thinking about the Tootsie Roll.
Why do you think Asians can't be the stars of movies?
Who said that? Shang-Chi? Crazy Rich Asians? Mulan? Even though Mulan was trash. What are these people on? I'm sorry.
Why do you think watching Korean dramas and K-pop makes you an expert on Korean culture?
Okay, well that's not white people. Those are Koreaboos. And that's not necessarily just white people. As a person who loves K-drama and K-pop, I've never claimed that I'm an expert on Korean culture. I am fully self-aware of my own ignorance. I don't even want to move to Korea because that's how little I know about the actual culture.
Like, does me watching girls make me an expert in white culture? It does.
Why do you
So you just invalidated your own argument with that. Okay.
Why do you cast white people to play roles that are meant for Asian people?
I mean, I'm assuming this is for voice acting. In my view of voice actors, race means virtually nothing. If your voice sounds good for it, then you're casted. If your voice doesn't sound good for it, then you're not casted. You can't see race in voice actors. If you think about it, it's actually the most equal medium of casting.
I'm not gonna forget Emma Stone.
She got casted Asian? What's going on here? What? Emma Stone playing a half Asian character in Aloha? She's half Asian. That doesn't even count. Half Asian means nothing. I thought she was full on playing an Asian character. I'm talking straight from the rice fields Asian. Oh, Emma Stone, look at me. I'm so Asian. I like to eat the rice and ramen noodle. That's full on what I thought it would be. Honestly, that'd be kind of funny to watch.
Why do you think saying namaste is an appropriate way to greet me?
Who the hell greets Indian people with namaste? I've never seen that in my life.
Namaste is an appropriate way to greet me.
Why do you think saying ni hao is a good thing to say to us?
Because if you are Chinese, saying ni hao is the way you say hello in Chinese. Okay. I will say though, if that's the first thing that they say and they don't even know exactly your ethnicity, then that's kind of bad.
How is a good thing to say to us? If you're not actually gonna converse with me in Chinese, I don't.
Oh, so he actually is Chinese and he's upset that someone's saying ni hao. Okay. I'm done.
I don't need to hear it.
Why do you think I eat dogs? I have 2 dogs.
Why?
I don't think I've ever seen anyone in the Philippines who actually eats dogs. I mean, do you think we keep dogs just to slaughter them at the side of the house and then roast them over the fire with one of those spinny sticks? Because we do that with pigs. We don't do that with dogs.
Why do you think that Hindi and Hindu are the same thing?
Because they don't necessarily know Indian culture like that. If you're white in America, either you would have to hang out with a lot of Indian people or you would have to go out of your way to learn Indian culture.
Why are you so surprised that I can speak English well?
Who the no, what? I've never seen white people when they interact with Asian people for the first time go,
God, how are you able to speak English so good?
like apparently Asian Americans just aren't a thing.
Why do you always ask me, where are you really from?
I've never heard anyone ask that. If people ask me where I came from, I say the Philippines. They go, oh, okay, cool. They don't ask me, oh, no, I don't really think you're from the Philippines. I think you're lying to me. Where are you really from? It's not like white people are freaking Sherlock Holmes trying to deduce my true ethnicity.
Because obviously I'm from my mom's vagina.
Why did he say something vulgar like that so eloquently? Why are you asking me where I really came from? Because obviously I'm from my mother's vagina. Obviously as a baby I popped out of her pussy.
Why do you guys think it's okay to call me an immigrant or a foreigner? I was born in America.
No one calls them that, bro. Are you kidding me? I don't know what kind of backwood hillbilly Confederate supporting white people they hang around. I'm assuming everyone here is in LA, so I don't know if the white people in LA just built different. I've literally never seen any white person here refer to Asians as immigrants. That...
Why do you think Indians aren't Asians?
They definitely don't say that Indians aren't Asians. One reason why they generally and normally categorize Indians independent of Asians because while they are both Asians, this and this do not look similar. First off, let's drop the xenophobia, let's drop the racism, let's drop all the phobia terms that people on Twitter use nowadays. You tell me if these two people look alike. The answer is no. We typically see the two ethnic cultures as independent ethnic cultures because they don't look the same.
I think Indians aren't Asians. India is literally in Asia.
And India is also literally in Earth, as is every single country. So why don't we all just refer to ourselves as Earthlings and not by our race?
Why do you say it's basically the same thing when I tell you I'm from Sri Lanka and not India?
Because to the ignorant mind, Sri Lanka and India are more similar to each other than India is from Asia. Is it the same thing? Of course not.
They're different countries.
Oh, hell yes.
Why does a
That's
person
what
of
I'm here
color
for.
automatically mean black teeth?
What? Okay, I'm out. Question one. We're already done. Okay, I'm ready. I'll be honest, I've never used person of color ever to refer to myself because, frankly, I think that term is absolutely stupid. I'm not a person of color. I'm just a person, all right? Why we gotta always add the color into everything? And no, I have never seen any white people think that people of color are just black people.
Why do you think all brown people are Indian?
They don't.
Why do you think you deserve a high five for pronouncing my name correctly?
Because that shit be hard sometimes, bro. Are you kidding me? I'm Asian, and even I'm nervous sometimes if I can't pronounce my cousin's names correctly. If as an Asian, your real name is hard to pronounce, and then white people manage to pronounce it correctly, yes, you should give them a high five. Are you kidding me? One of my best friends is German. If I somehow manage to pronounce her full name properly, yes, I would like to be given a high five.
Why do you think including diversity in the workplace reduces the quality of work?
Should I even bother with this question, or are people not even gonna listen? If you're hiring people just to make your workplace more diverse, you're not necessarily hiring workers based on high quality skill. You are prioritizing something else than the skill. That's why if you're overreaching to make your workplace more diverse, you might be sacrificing skill in the process. But people never listen to that reasoning. Whenever they hear someone say stuff like that, they just label them as racist or xenophobic.
Why do you think it's okay to call me exotic?
No one ever calls Asians that. Are you kidding me? Who in 2022 refers to Asians as exotic? Maybe if you were from like a very, very rare breed of Asian like Hmong or whatever, then maybe I would somewhat kind of a little bit accept the reasoning, but regular Asians, no.
Exotic.
I mean, technically we're the largest part of the world population.
Exactly. That's why no one ever calls us exotic.
Why do you think I can't see properly? Do you really think my eyes are that small?
Why is it weird?
No one actually thinks that Asian people can't see. I look like I can barely see anything because of how small my eyes are. I can see perfectly fine.
Why is it weird when all Asian people hang out, but it's fine when all white people?
Who the hell said that all Asian people hanging out is a bad thing? Who the hell said that?
So tell me, what does a sunburn feel like?
I actually like that question because I've never had a sunburn.
Why do you keep trying to justify yellow fever?
Who the hell uses that term nowadays? It's been a while since I've heard that.
Why are we being stereotyped as cheap or stingy?
Because a lot of Asian people typically do try to bargain, try to save money. You know, my mom has an entire separate bag just for grocery coupons. If we go to the grocery store and she forgets her coupons, it's a state of the case emergency and we have to drive back home in order to get it. And then we go back to the grocery store. And why is she complaining that Asians are being stereotyped as cheap or stingy? Isn't that a good quality to have?
Cheap or stingy? Maybe I'm just cost efficient.
Those are the same things, miss.
Why do you think all Asian people are smart? I mean, when I was in
That's a good question. Why don't you ask colleges that? Whether dumbass affirmative action forcing Asians to score higher just to be graded equally with other races? How come no one's talking about that?
school, there was a Korean valedictorian. No, actually, there was an Indian valedictorian. Damn it. I guess you guys are right. Asians are smart.
Wow, yes, funny, yes, comedy. I would like to see him be a stand-up comedian. Anyways, that's it. Those are 26 questions Asians have for white people, answered by me, an Asian person. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Bye!